Hello, hello, hello. You can see some of you are on here already. Always good to see. It's getting a little bit warm, isn't it? You know, I got the aircon on, but I had to turn it off because it's a little bit noisy, and now I'm starting to sweat. Okay, so welcome everybody. I'll just wait for some more of you to jump on. As you know, I stream across multiple platforms on a Tuesday evening. So if you are in a channel, it looks like there's nobody else in there. Not the case. I have everything come back to this central setting here. I'll just put up my web address, which is the psychicpinup.com.au. Okie dokie. And I'm just, why is it not working on my... Sorry, I'm still trying to work out this bloody website. I don't know. I think I'm going to have to work it out when I'm on holidays, I think. So I apologise if it's not going live to my website, but that's on my to-do list, as is many other things. I have been absolutely flat out the last week. I've got so many things going on. I've got shows, I've got workshops, I've got coaching, mentoring, everything else, sorting all that out, sorting out packages, sorting out paperwork, legals, everything else. So my mind's a little bit blown, and in between that I'm doing readings at the same time, and then I come home and do the live feed. So who is on here this evening? Hello, Kate. I was only thinking about you the other day. It's always good to see you on here. We have, is it Aisha over on YouTube? So can I be added? Yes, darling, I can see you on there, but just bear in mind that I have multiple people watching on Facebook as well across a couple of platforms. So please don't think I'm ignoring you. I'm not. It's just a matter of trying to get my attention here. I try my best to get through as many of you as what I can in the hour. I am on here. It's just gone 8 p.m. Sydney time. I'm on until 9 p.m. As you know, I do this every Tuesday, same time every Tuesday. It's my way of giving back. Hello, Anne, Eva, thank you for joining. Ellie, hello, always good to see you on here, lovely. Donna Crawford, hello. Kate, so you booked in for the workshop in Young in Feb. Awesome. Okay, we're at 50% capacity with that already, and that will sell out. But if you're not aware, I've just announced. I know this won't help you, Kate, because you're out in Orange, but I'm doing a one-day workshop in Port Kembla on the 17th of January. If anybody's interested, I have put those details up. And as you can see, there's a flyer there next to my face this evening, my show at the Vault on the 27th of February. If anybody's interested in coming, there are early bird tickets available up until, I believe, the 20th of December, or might even be the 30th of December. I'll look at something like that. Go on over and grab yourself an early bird ticket if you are wanting to come to that. Those tickets are literally selling now, so I will say that this will be a sold out show. New Zealand, I'm doing the show on Friday the 13th. I love Friday the 13th down there. I'm yet to do the artwork. I am getting there. Please bear with me with that. I'm about to announce weekly online Zoom classes as well. If anybody is interested in that, either inbox me, let me know. I will let you know, give you a heads up when that all gets published, but that should be published by the end of the week, all ready to roll into the new year. And my biggest, my biggest news would be the mentoring and coaching that I will be introducing next year also. So that's going to be a very, very, very tight group that I will be working with, because I won't hesitate to give you a kick up the backside if you want mentoring and coaching from me. And it's not just in terms of the psychic mediumship. Yes, I have the added advantage of incorporating that skill into, that ability into what I'm going to be doing here, and I'm just fine-tuning those packages as we speak. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that should all be done by the end of the week. But again, if you're interested in that one-on-one with me or that group session with me, again, inbox me so I can connect with you prior to it actually being out there for everybody else, because I'm only going to be probably working with approximately 6 people max to start with this. Okay, just moving on with all of this. So I feel like, yep, okay, there seems to be a few new names on here too. All right. Okay, Angela, hello. Thank you. Cherie. Okie dokie, okie dokie. Gayleen, always good to see you on here. Lovely. What else have we got here? Gayleen, don't send me any stars. I don't even know. Facebook. If you pay for those stars, darling, we don't get anything from it. So again, guys, don't send me anything. These readings are free. They are free. I don't ask for donations. Never have, never will. It's just my way of giving back. What else have we got here? Yes, Angela. Yes, the mentoring. Yes, it's. I'm using my my abilities, my psychic and mediumship. It's all going to be incorporated into what I'm offering for these packages. Hello, Rita. Rita, did you come to Port today? Because I was in, but I was a little bit busy. But I was, yeah, my fault too. Hello, Carolyn Vale. Hello, hello, hello. All right, now I seem to have a few new names on here. I'm going to tell you how I do my readings here, particularly for the new ones. My others, my regulars, they know how I roll. They know I have no filter. They know that I can drop the occasional F-bomb as well. I'm sorry, this is where I go. If you get offended, this is not the place for you. Now, my name is Linda. I'm also known as the Psychic Pinup. I'm a psychic. I am a medium. Psychic being what's going on in your world, past, present, possible, future, people connected to you. A medium, I can connect you to loved ones on the other side. Now, on these live feeds, these are quite fast-paced. I do prefer to stick to the psychic side of it on these live feeds. Mediumship does seem to not take up a lot of time, but there's a lag here, and I bring evidence through, and it takes forever for you to get back to me to say, yeah, you'll know, with a lot of my evidence that I am bringing through. So I'm just conscious that other people are watching, and I just try to give everybody a fair go. So just bear that in mind also. Now, these readings that I do, they are only snippets. I obviously do go into a lot more information detail when I do private readings. I will put up the website there, the psychicpinup.com.au. There you will see my website. You can go through and see what my availabilities are and book yourself in from there. We are down to the last week and a half before I'm taking time off a long overdue rest that I deserve. Now, back to these readings. I do not like doing generals on here. I do ask for a specific question. Okay, so it just means I can get through them a lot quicker. I do not do medical. I do not do legal on here. So anything that comes under the umbrella of medical or legal, it's a no-go for me. It's a legality thing here. Facebook, no-go. Don't ask me. I'm sorry. However, if you want to book private reading, more than happy to do it in that, but not on these live feeds, okay? I do ask that you like and share the live feed. Let me know that you have done that. Pop it in the same comment section there, liked and shared along with your question and or comments, please. And please try to keep it to 2 lines in the comments, because it requires me having to click a button to read the rest of it. Chances are I'm not going to do it, because the questions are going like this. I'm streaming across multiple platforms as well. So I do my best to get to everybody. We get to about 8:45, and then I crack out the cards and just start pulling cards for people who did not go getting any readings from me, mini readings from me this evening. So it sounds cool. Awesome. Yes, yes, yes. Okie dokie. So let's get on to all of this. Angela Wood, straight away. No, 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 no. No Hinge, darling. No. Okay. Get off the dating apps. Is that what you're asking me? Are you going to have any luck on Hinge? Hinge is a dating app, isn't it? It is, isn't it? I'm pretty naive with this stuff, but I'm going, no. You're not going to meet them on there. You know what? And you know what? I do all these bloody love readings for people asking when am I going to find love. The only way you're all going to find love is by getting out and doing it organically and mixing and doing it the good old-fashioned way. And yes, unfortunately, sometimes it does require some people to be organising some social events and putting themselves out there and getting a group of other people together to do that. So, darling, be a bit proactive and organise some singles nights. Just low key things. Get it out there because honestly, bloody Hinge and all that. People hide behind computer screens, and then there's this persona, and then they people lie and they put a mask on, and you know yourself when you meet somebody in person, you're either going to like them or not straight away, or within the first 10 minutes of speaking to them. Why are you wasting bloody 10 days, 10 weeks, or whatever talking to people online to get to that point? Okay, so yeah, I crack you up, right? I haven't even had a drink. Give me a drink and I'll be even funnier. But I'm very passionate about that. And that's why I said anybody who's going to be doing mentoring with me next year, coaching with me next year, you're going to be getting a kick up the backside because I ain't backwards and coming forwards with with my opinions on things. Okay. Kate Hales, will I get a puppy for Christmas? I don't know if you'll get the puppy for Christmas, but I think you might already have one picked out, but maybe the puppy's not ready to come home. Does that make sense to you? But I know that pup's not too far off. I know that. Okay. Who else have we got going on here as well? Ellie Schiller, do you see me taking on a new project at work next year? I do actually, darling. But this is the thing. For some reason, I want to say there's something with a little bit more stability around you, or this may give you a little bit more stability. So, is it actually moving into another sort of like department or something a little bit different? Because I just feel like I'm a bit of a different environment, if that makes sense. Okay, so I hope that helps you. Those who are just wondering what I'm doing, I scribble when I read. If you are new to my channel, who else? Now, just bear in mind, guys, I can only see about 3 questions at once, and then once I've got other questions coming through, and it goes up the screen, and I lose it. So, if you are a bit concerned that I may or may not have seen it, please feel free to repost, but do not spam me. Make sure you give everybody else plenty of opportunities to get their questions in as well. Who else? Okay, Emily liked and shared. I'm looking for a new job. Been applying. Do you see me getting one? I do, darling. There's something I do. Look, this is the thing. I do see some paperwork being signed around you, but I don't feel like it's going to be before Christmas, though. I really don't. I'm sorry. I see something after Christmas, and I get a number 3 around you, darling. So when I get numbers, again, if you're not familiar with how I read, 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, month of March, but I feel like I'm looking at about 3 weeks with this done, and which makes sense to me because I say I'm not seeing it before Christmas, so probably just after Christmas. Okay, so I hope that helps you. And those who've just jumped on, please like and share. Let me know that you have done that, and pop it in the comment section along with your question and or comment. I see people are jumping onto my website as we speak now. So, yeah, honestly, guys, I've only got a week and a half of readings left, and then I am taking time off. So if you're thinking about having a reading with me, I'd advise you to book it in sooner rather than later. Also, my prices are going to be going up at early next year as well. Just So what's this? You just told the husband he will have to get this puppy sorted if it's not a Christmas present. So is that after what I just said? Don't let me influence you in any way. You know what I'm like. Who else have we got here? Okay, Erin. Can my recent friendship breakdown be fixed? Do you want it to be fixed, lovely? Okay. Because at the moment it is at a standstill. You're literally at a crossroad. They're showing me the Wizard of Oz, the yellow brick road. Do I go left? Do I go right? Totally all up to you, darling. I'm going to say, do you want it fixed? Because I'm going to say this, everything has an expiry date on it, regardless whether it's food, people, machinery, whatever. Everything has an expiry date, and people come into our lives for reasons, seasons, lessons, blessings. Okay, so chances are, we are possibly working on different vibration or frequencies here. So you're saying yes, but I'm too scared to reach out. And do you know what, darling? It's always going to be a no until you ask as well. All right. So what's the worst thing that can happen? If they go, nah, there's your answer. At least you know you can move on, rip the Band-Aid off. And as I say to people, fear holds us back from doing so many things, guys. Fear. Let's make this a New Year's resolution here. I mean, I don't do New Year's resolutions, but, just for everybody else, for shits and giggles, let's make a pact that we are going to start doing things that scares the bejesus out of us. All right? Anything. Challenge yourself each week. Do something that you may or that you would never have thought about doing, something that would scare you. Okay, moving on. Amanda, just lurking, liked and shared. Thank you. Can't wait for my reading when I get to Kiwi. Just saying. Keep practicing, love. I'm going to come and have a reading off you. All right. Now, somebody is just private messaging me. If you're on this live feed, I can't read it. I won't read it. You'll need to wait until tomorrow. If you're messaging me for me to answer a question on this live feed, please put it in the live feed here in the comments section, because I won't be reading it until I get off, and I won't be replying to anything until tomorrow. And if you're asking for a reading, I won't be doing that. So you need to put it on here. Where are we up to? Okay, Elise. So liked and shared. What should I focus on right now in my life? Need a bit of guidance. Straight away, Spirit's telling me you need to focus on yourself. I've got so much jumble, and it's like I feel like everybody's either coming at you with opinions or things or offers, or there's so much going on that you literally have a shutdown. And I get it, because sometimes I get overstimulated and I've got so many things going on, and I'm like, I literally shut down. I literally come to a standstill. It's like I have this burnout, and then that's it. And then I will sit there and I won't do anything for days. And this is what I feel like the energy I'm picking up with you, Elise. So I'm going to say you should be focusing on yourself first, lovely. All right. As you focus on yourself, things come to light here. And they're just showing me here. They'll drip feed you bit by bit. They're showing me here that there's going to be decisions in terms of balancing. I think there's something here around balancing to do with your job or career, as well as some opportunity around further education with this. So this is going to be coming for you next year. I also feel like I've got an overseas connection too, or there may be some communication coming in for you connected around that. So I hope that helps you. All right. So those who've just jumped on, please like and share. Let me know that you have done that. Okay. Oh, Carolyn, how can you, darling, not much gets you down. I know what you're like. You just shake it off. But I know that you're also very sensitive as well. What I get piece from yesterday's negative interaction. Look, do you know what? Okay. Sorry, love. They just gave me a pineapple for you. I know I got your pineapple dress, love, but I feel like this person needs the back end of a pineapple, if you know what I'm saying here. So you'll probably go to work tomorrow looking at them, just thinking, the back end of the pineapple. Linda says the back end of the pineapple here, but it's like you're the person that has the integrity. They're also saying you're the person that can see the both ends, both sides of the coin story here as well. It's the other person that is, I call them the petty person. They're saying here. They're also showing me, okay, they're a bloody chihuahua, lovely. All right, I feel like I'm looking at the chihuahua here, when the chihuahua and their little teeth, and they're all show, and they'll go you, but there's not much substance there with that person. In terms of the negativity, I think you would be the person that will make the movement to make the amends, to smooth it over, and this person is the one that is the petty one with that. So if it's going to happen, it's going to be because of you. So I hope you understand that, because I'm just getting it from these guys. So moving on now, let me see. Hello, Sarah Gonzalez. So Shaz Elizabeth liked and shared. Okay, am I heading in the right direction? And you mustn't be a regular on my live feed, because anybody who asks me that, I always say, yes, you are on the right path, because we've chosen experiences, we've chosen lessons that we want to have during this lifetime. So everything that happens, you've actually chosen that path, so you can learn and grow from it. So I'm going to say yes, yes, and yes with that. But here, they're also talking to me. Is this connected around a job? Because I feel like I've got a job offer coming with you, or they're showing me something with money that's coming with you. And it's sort of like either we're keeping it under wraps here for now, playing our cards close to our chest here and not revealing anything before we get the finer print, if that makes sense. So I hope that makes sense. Carolyn, what are you saying? Yes, she does actually need that end of a pineapple. Oh, yep, I should do. Thank you so much. You're welcome, darling. You're welcome. All right, you coming to my show? So those who have just jumped on, I've got a show on at Port Kembla on the 27th of February. I've got the early bird tickets available until I think the end of December, but don't quote me on that. You'll have to go and have a look. I've also just announced a one-day workshop in Port Kembla for me, a whole one-day psychic mediumship on Sunday the 18th, I think it is. 18th of January, I think it is. Don't quote me on that. Tickets are selling for that too also. So that's only going to be a very small group. It won't be long before that one gets sold out. And what else have I got? And just keep an eye out. I'm going to be introducing weekly Zoom classes starting next year also. But again, guys, if you weren't here at the beginning of the show, if you want information on all of this, either inbox me, message me, go through the website. I'll get you on the list, and I'll give you a heads up once everything's in place. And as you know, my exciting news is that I'm going to be doing coaching and mentoring next year also. So that's only going to be a handful of people that I'll be doing each time as well. Where are we up to? Okay. Cherie Brown, so you're after a work study reading, please. All right. Okay, work study. What's been the hold up? I feel like I've got some hold up here, darling. Is that because of choice with you, or is that waiting for further information here? Because I'm just going to say I've got either delays, or there's something that's holding you up from moving forward with this here. And I'm going to say here, possibly there's some things on hold here for about, I'm going to number 4 around you. So they're saying big 4, big 4. Right, so I feel like I'm looking up until around about March, April next year before we are moving forward with this. So if you can give me a little bit more information, I just feel like I've got some delays around decision making with this as well. But they're showing me eventually, once you settle down, I just feel like everything's up in the air at the moment. they are showing me that you will be quite financially independent, if that makes sense, eventually. But I feel like that this is going to be a work in progress with this as well. Okay, thank you. They're saying something needs to finish. There's a project, or there's things that you need to put to bed first before you are able to move on. Okay, so whether that is another job, whether that is people around you, people are preventing you. Okay, further info. You love your job, you want to study that. Okay, that makes sense to me. So that's something needs to come to an end before you can move on. So you love your job, but you want to study those. So that makes sense. So they're saying something needs to come to an end before you can do this. And they're saying March, April. So that makes sense to me. So TAFE starts February, but I think I'll have to leave my job. Yes, that's what I said. If you go back and watch me, I said something needs to come to an end to open the door for the new thing. Okay, so I get it, but they're saying it will all be worthwhile. It'll all be worth it in the long run. Okay, so hope that makes sense to you. Moving on. Okay, now those who've just jumped on, got newbies jumping on here, please. I ask if we can ask specific questions. No generals. It's too vague, and I'll just give you whatever spirit wants. And if you ask me direct questions, I can get through a lot more of you quicker. There's a lot of you on here watching. So yeah, Cherie, it's your job. Got it. Yep, you're welcome, darling. Okay, you're welcome. It's always hard when you like a job, but I always say to people, this is what I, I, I feel sorry for the people that are going to be mentored by me, seriously, because I'll be like, yep, no, kick up the backside. It's but everything I teach and everything I do, it comes from many years of my experience. And if you're not familiar with my background, I do have a corporate background. I do come from legal. I did then swap over and to the creative side of my brain, and I worked as a photographer. I ran studios, so I ran businesses there. I also went on to teach at Sydney TAFE. I did teach the diploma in photography at Ultimo TAFE, so I do have a teaching background as well. And everything I've done, I've gotten to from me trial and error, and it's everything's going to be coming from my own personal experience. I know what works and what doesn't work, and so and with you, darling, this is what I'm going to say. I know you love your job. I'm going to say also, in order to gain, sacrifices need to be made also. Like when I left my legal work I wanted to go and study photography. I was desperately wanted to do this diploma in photography. It went for 4 years. It was 4 nights a week, and it did take up a lot of I did not have a social life, but the thing is, I had to make a sacrifice here, and the sacrifice was to give up my job to be able to do this. Yes, I went and got other work to tie me over. That was to pay the bills and to see me through the 4 years. But that was a sacrifice that I made in order for me to gain and get that bit of paper, if that makes sense. Okay? So you'll do it. Okay, YouTube, please. Specific questions, anything about my ancestors. That's a general lovely. And I don't do mediumships on these live feeds. Carolyn, loved your workshops on the. Thank you, Carolyn. I got more coming. Were you on last week? We've got Okay, we have also a land retreat coming up in April, 17th to the 19th of April, 2 nights. So we have 2 nights of psychic stuff, 2 nights of empowerment. If anybody is interested in that, and hopefully those details will be up by the end of the week too. Put that on my to-do list. Okay, Melissa Martin, I'm hearing that some people need to either take a back seat to you or you need to step up and just say no. Does that make sense? Okay, they're telling me you're a people pleaser here. You don't know how to say no. And they're telling me that there's some people that are going to drop off out of your life. That's probably a blessing for you because I'm being shown here there's an energy vampire around you or energy vampires, and they're sucking your energy out of you, and so this is why you're chaotic as well. You have that much going through your head, darling. Have you been diagnosed with ADHD? It's everybody's always talking about. I'm convinced that I'm undiagnosed ADHD, so I have so many things going through my head at the same time as well. So possibly also you could be connecting in with spirit world as well, and they are giving you information, and that's why your head's going 100 miles an hour. So hope that makes sense. Now, okay, hello over onto YouTube. I can see a few of you jumping on. Just to let you know, if you've just jumped on, I'm not ignoring you. I stream across multiple platforms at once, and it's hard to capture everybody's comments. Now, I'm only seeing 3 or 4 at once, and people are reposting, so feel free to do that. But if you want to ask me a question, please, if we can just be specific with the questions, and I'll try to get to you. Okay. Where are we up to? Hello, Jasmine McPherson. Will I move on from warehousing in the coming year? Okay. Okay, they're telling me I feel like I'm looking at mid March to mid April with you around changes with this, if that makes sense for you. So I'm going to say yes, you will, and I'm looking. Yeah, they're saying mid March through to mid April. Okay, so they're saying you've got bigger fish to fry, lovely. What's the trip you're going on to? They're telling me you're going on a trip. Cherie, you feel that I can be at the bottom forever. I'm doing a diploma. So you get it, all right? It's but I'll tell you, once you've done it all, lovely, it'll be all worth it, and then you'll realize, do you know what? That wasn't so bad. It wasn't so bad. Just once you get into the groove of things, and none of us like change. We always resist change. We like to control everything, and sometimes we just have to go with the flow in order to gain with this. But I know that you'll get into the groove of it. Yeah. Oh, Carolyn, you're coming for that. We're going to be doing kumbayas around the fire pit. I believe when we do the land retreat. Be good to see you again. Yeah, I'm just scrolling down. So Jasmine, hope so. In need of one. Well, do you know what, Jasmine? We've got a couple of cruises coming up. If you're interested in that, just saying. Cruising's always good, right, Carolyn? And I believe Sarah's on here as well. Sarah can vouch for that one. Got a couple of the girls that cruised with us last month. Okay, Andrea. Okay, do you know what, darling? This is over on YouTube. I'm going to say this, sweetheart, and I say this with love. I'm the worst person to be asking about relationships. And let me tell you why. I don't fluff, I don't sugarcoat things. And when you're talking about there's been no contact. So, Carlos the Leo, what's his current energy when it comes to our relationship? You're an Aries, haven't been in contact since before Thanksgiving. Now, you need to with me just enlighten me, lovely, because we don't celebrate Thanksgiving in Australia. Now I don't even know the date of it. I know that it wasn't not long ago. However, anybody who has readings with me about love life, I tend to be a little bit blunt. Number one, if they want to, they will. If they want to contact you, they will. A guy will move heaven and earth if they're interested in you. Okay? Number two, it takes 30 seconds to send a text or a message as well. So there is absolutely no excuse. So I'm going to challenge you, my darling, and I say this with love, okay? Pull back your power. Pull back your power from this person, because if they are not investing in you, don't you invest any more time in them. Do not do it. Pull back that power, redirect that energy elsewhere, somewhere that deserves your beautiful energy. Okay, darling? All right. Now, I'll leave that one there if you want to give me a little bit more information. But I'm just going to say this. If they want to, they will. And now Thanksgiving, what's been, 2 weeks? Is that right, guys? I'm guessing. I know it wasn't too long ago. More than ample time. Unless that guy is in a coma or in a hospital bed where he cannot use his fingers on a phone to send you a message or whatever, no excuse. All right. Just moving down. Melinda Bird, what do you want guidance in, lovely? Because that's a general, and that's why I said, guys, can you give me a specifics just so I can get through a lot more of you quickly? Tammy Stevens, is this connected around legal, love? Because I feel like I got a legal thing attached to this. Do we have kids involved with this as well? I feel like I need to be talking about kids as well. Okay. Jeez, how's the weather, guys? The heat wave we had on Friday here. Honestly, 40 degrees. And then Saturday, the same thing. Make sure you stay hydrated. Keep that water fluid going. All right. No, medical. I don't answer medical on here, Tammy. I don't know if you're on at the beginning. I said I do not answer medical. I do not answer legal on these live feeds. It's a legality. I can't do it on here, and I'm more than happy to do it in a private reading, but I can't do it on here. Sorry, darling. So, Shan, it's windy. Okay, so we're copping the wind. All right, so that'll be up. Okay, guys, again, for the love of God, specific questions, not what I see, generals, this, that. This is the way I roll. I need specific questions so I can get through a lot of you this evening. So, Yolanda, will things get better in your home life and work, please? Okay. Do you know what? They're telling me that you, at any stage, can get up and walk off and do this. And, okay, I'm going to say this. They're saying sometimes you can be your own worst enemy with this, darling. There's some sort of offer that's coming in here. I feel like I need to be talking about your work here. Okay. They're talking about work. Now, did you recently change jobs, or are you changing jobs? Because I just feel like it's all dependent on that. They're saying you work with kids. Oh, that's right. You're a school. You connected in with teaching. Is that right? With kids, they're talking about that as well. Now, what is your question there? Just let me find that. Oh, I've lost your question. Okay, please stop spamming me, Anne. I'll get to it, okay? If I get spammed, I just ignore. All right, I was just trying to look for a message, a question there, and I can't find this lady who I was reading for. Yolande, okay. Will things get better in my home life and work? Look, the thing is, it's sort of like, you know, when they talk about what comes first, the chicken or the egg? Yeah, it's like if you feel like one thing will, if you tackle one thing, the other thing will fall into place here. But I feel like it's a double whammy here, and they're saying no, it won't happen until you start making some tough decisions with this. And I feel like I need to be going with the work. Once you make decisions, that's when things will start changing for you for the better. So I'm going to say this, Yolanda. I think that in this case here, it's all in your hands as to what you will be doing, if that makes sense. So there's some, unfortunately, there's some tough decisions that they're showing me here that needs to be made. Yeah, just doing that. But I've also got a number 8. I'm just asking Spirit, when if she does all this, when all this happen. They're giving me a number 8 with this. So again, if you know with time frames, my 8s tend to be like 8 days, 8 weeks. Okay, I don't feel like it'll be 8 months though. So let's run with the next 8 weeks with that. Okay. So you got here same staff moving different school. Okay, but does that involve you signing more documents or something? Because I actually see signings here of documents or paperwork connected around that. So fingers crossed with that. Okay. Um, Shan't, yes, we've always got our loved ones watching us. Always, people come into my shop for readings, and they'll come in with their loved ones, their guides, their ancestors. They'll come in with the whole tribe. So yes, there's always, you've always got people that's looking out over you with that. Yes, so Yolande, you've got a lot going on, home and work. Yes, I know that, but this is what I'm going to say. Sometimes you need to be a little bit selfish, and sometimes you just need to rip the band-aid off and say it doesn't suit you either, because I always say you can't go operating on an empty cup, and I don't want to see you getting to that point where you are on that empty cup and we have like burnout coming, if that makes sense also. Okay, moving on. So those who've just jumped on, please like, share, let me know. Okay, Melinda Bird, one thing. Okay, that's a whole reading. Kids, work, home. It's a whole thing. What do you want guidance on, darling? Just very, very quickly, because I'm about to flip over into cards here. And so I say, guys, these shows are quite fast paced. It's I'll try to get through as many of you as what I can in the hour. It's my way of giving back. So Amanda, you've had heat wave here too. Oh, low. You got 30s, okay? Well, we got up into the 40s on the weekend. And for our American friends, that's up over 100 degrees, probably about 104 degrees for you guys. So all of a sudden we had cold, then bang, summer. So it's a little bit uncomfortable at the moment. Moving on. Nita. Will I be in a relationship soon? Nita, are you doing everything to be in a relationship here? It's everybody's asking me about relationships, and I say to people, I'm the worst person to be asking about love and relationships, because I'm very blunt about this and how simple relationships should be and how we overcomplicate things. It's but the thing is, I'm going to say this here. I do see you out socializing. I want to go with mid-January through to anytime from mid-January through to February. Oh my God, I got the biggest case of deja vu then. So take note. Mid-January through to right through February here. What are you supposed to be doing? What are your plans? Because they're showing me socializing here, and that's important for you with this. Okay, so in terms of meeting somebody, do you have a wedding or some sort of celebration that you are going to? I feel like you need to be exploring that a little bit more, darling. So when you're talking about relationships, it's going to be a slow burn. It will be a slow burn. Okay, they're telling me you want the commitment, you want to be in a committed relationship with that, and they're just saying this is going to take a bit of time. I'm also hearing here once bitten, twice shy with you as well, Nita. So I hope that helps you. But they're saying mid-February, your mum's 80th in 84th in January. Yeah, but I just feel like, is it going to be a big thing? Because that's family, really. Or is it going to be held at a club or somewhere where there's other people coming into this? Okay, I just feel like that time is quite important for you. So I'll leave that there. Now, guys, we've gone over. We're at 8:47. I'm going to be running some cards now. Do we want to do cards? Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Gayleen, for over on YouTube. I do not do spirit guides. Sorry, animals. No, I'm not into that stuff. Sorry, darling. If somebody asks me what their spirit guide is, I'll say, "What do you love?" Because generally that would be your spirit guide. Me, I love my lions and I love my crows. My crows all sit outside my shop. So they're always there communicating with me. I know that I have a lot of spirit around me when I've got all the crows all lined up out front. Literally, I do. I have them sitting up on the street sign right in front of my shop, and they all sit there and they look at me. Sometimes I have up to 5 of them watching me. Okay, so all right, shall we do angel cards and blunt cards as well? Yep. So let me just. Nita, crows are very, very, very smart. Take note. Particularly when they're around you, they're usually coming in to give you messages. Okay, so we're going to be operating up the usual again. Rider-Waite's, if you are wanting more of a blunt message of me this evening, let's go the Rider-Waite. So write down blunt, or type blunt, not right. And generally the angel cards will give a answer to the question if you're after like a yes or a no or a maybe or something else like that nature. Generally the angel cards will give you the answer. So we will go just put in angel and I'll try to get through as many of you as what I can. Hello, Fiona Cations. You're after a blunt, please. So, oh God, Fiona, what do we got here? The Tower card. That's one of our dreaded cards, the Tower card. Now, this is also a major arcana. Now, this I'm not going to say that shit's going to go to Shayola here with you. I think it's more of a warning for you to, you know, when they say don't go building foundations on unstable ground here. Did I see a question that you put up about a business beforehand about this? So I think it's geared towards that. It's about getting more information and making sure that you've got stable ground or foundations before you go making any decisions with that. So I hope that helps you. Okay, moving on here. We have Sarah Gonzalez is after a blunt. So Sarah, we have for you the 9 of Wands. All is not lost, darling. So wands are our action cards, doing cards, but these wands aren't going anywhere. They're stuck in the ground. He's been a little bit stubborn here. It's like the wounded warrior. He's had enough. He just does not give a flying F anymore. And it's like, come at me because I'm the wounded warrior and I'll take anything on here. I will stand my ground. So I feel like that's relevant to you at the moment. So I hope that helps you. Who else have we got here? Carol Symington is after an angel. So Carol, for you, we have helpful people. Don't know what your question is, lovely, but they're saying there's people here that they can help you, helpful people. They've just said draw another one for you. Okay, recovery as well. So I don't know how that's relevant to you, but I'll give you that. Moving on, we have Madison Rye is after an angel. So for you, Madison, they're saying this ain't going to help you either, Madison. They're just saying it's up to you. It's up to you, Madison. Kelly Ann is after a blunt card. I like the please. It's nice. Thank you. It's you have the Six of Wands. Again, wands are our action card, doing cards. It's also a card of creativity here. I like this card because this is my victory card. So if you're going through a bit of a rough patch at the moment, understand you're going to come out on top with this. You are going to be riding victoriously, we say. Also, possibly some recognition is going to be coming for if it's a body of work or even anything that you do, you'll be recognised for this. Okay, so hope that helps you. Moving on, we have Melissa Martins is after an angel. So Melissa, they're saying here. So if you're not wondering what I'm doing, this is my little mic here, and it weighs it down, so I have to carry it. Sorry, that's what I've been doing all night. If you've been wondering what the hell I'm doing and holding things a really weird-assed way. But for you, darling, they're saying wait. So again, usually when I get a wait, it's just like wait for spirit, wait for the signs, wait for the synchronicities. Don't force anything. Everything will become apparent. Everything will happen in its own divine timing here. Again, I always say we like to try to control the narrative and make things to our advantage here. And they're saying not the case here. Just wait. Okay, so I hope that helps you. Who else have we got here? Kath Thorburn Hudson is after a blunt. So, Kath, for you. All right, we got for you, Kath. Cave. I like this. We've got the Fool. Now, here's the very first card in the tarot deck. The Fool, also a major arcana, and the Fool sometimes appears when we are at the start of a whole new journey, which is very interesting in itself because if you are into numerology, I'm not a numerologist in any way, but we are currently in a collective year as a collective personal year 9, and many of you or the collective itself will be experiencing a lot of endings. So you may find that some relationships have ended, jobs have ended, things have gone belly up. It's a time for tying up of loose ends and putting things to bed and closing out a cycle, all ready for next year when we are going into a number 1 year, which is a new beginning. And this is the same thing here with you, Kath Thorburn, is the Fool. So but usually when we see the Fool also, it's a reminder to you to trust the universe and trust that the universe has your back as well. So I hope that helps you. Moving on, Amanda Cassie wants a blunt. So all the way over in New Zealand. Okay, we're getting so many wands this evening. Again, I've got another wand here. 3 of Wands. Now, for me, this is also a card for me for overseas as well. So it's funny that you are overseas, lovely, but they're saying here, planning for you. And I know what that is in relation to as well. So there's a lot of planning that's going to be going on behind the scenes with you, lovely, with your new venture. So I'm going to say congratulations. All right, so hope that helps you. Moving on, we have Macy Cullen is after a blunt. So Macy, for you. Macy. We have the 10 of Swords here, darling. Now, when I get this, yes, it can look pretty nasty. 10 of Swords here, knives in the back. Sometimes it literally can mean that the knives are in the back here. So it may be a little bit of a heads up here with people that you are mixing with, associating with here. But generally, this, particularly being a number 10, 10s are about endings also. And you can see here, this dude can't be hurt any more than what he's hurt, has he? You know, he's dead. He's got the knives in his back, so nothing else can happen to him. So you may find yourself in a situation right now where it just can't get any worse. And this is a reminder. See here where the sun's coming up. It's always that saying that it's darker before dawn here. All right. So that's where you currently are at, lovely. So I hope that helps you. Moving on, we have here Tanya Kermath is after a blunt. So Tanya, we have here the Page of Wands. Tonight's theme is wands. Everybody needs to look up the wands in the tarot deck. Now, I'll say it again. Wands are about, it is cards of creativity. It's also an action card, a doing card. Pages are about messages. So you may find yourself getting a message coming in connected to an offer around a new job, or an offer around, or an idea may be coming to you, a creative idea, also connected around some study as well. All right, so just keep an open mind for that. Galen Blair Templeton is after a blunt, so I can give you a blunt. Oh, Galen, again, you can't make this shit up, guys. Wands, again. We have here the Seven of Wands. Now, I have funny views about the Seven of Wands. Generally, when I see this card, it is a card for me where possibly you are excelling or rising above other people, and people are noticing this and they don't like it. You know, when we talk about the tall poppy syndrome, I feel like, is this what is going on with you with work at the moment? How's work going? Because you've just started a new job with this. Yes, if you can let me know. But I'm going to say here, just keep an open mind, Galen. It's nothing bad. I love tall poppy syndrome, because if I ruffle people's feathers, it means that I'm doing something right, because it's you're actually shining light into their shadow. And a lot of people don't like that, seeing that side of them here. So I'm going to say tall poppy syndrome around you, darling. All right, so I hope that helps you. Moving on, we'll just do, what have we got happening here? Hello, Dana. You been on the whole time, darling? Okay. We have a major arcana for you, Dana. So this is the Emperor. Now, I'm going to say here, generally with the Emperor, I like to use a lot of the major arcanas in terms of timings, but you haven't asked me any questions with this. But I'm going to say here, there is something here that you need to be taking control of. The Emperor is all about taking control or being in control here. And it could be to do around a certain situation around you that you need to possibly take the bull by the horns here and take some sort of control, or take back the control. Okay, so that's just keep an open mind with that over the next week. So I hope that helps you. Now, guys, we are coming up to 9 o'clock. I only come on until 9 p.m. You know that. It's my way of giving back. I'm going to be turning these comments off once I get off this live feed, to protect you guys, so nobody can comment, particularly those pesky scammers that like to pretend that they are psychics and mediums, and in particular myself, and how I would love to be your friend. I mean, I would like to be your friend, but I cannot friend you on business pages, and I will never ever reach out to you and offer free readings. It's just one of those things. So please be on the lookout for that. If by chance somebody does reach out to you and pretend that they are me, no, it's not. First of all, report it and then block them. Now, as you know, I've got all these things in the pipeline at the moment to keep up to date with what I'm doing. I'll just pop my website up here again. Understand all these readings I've just been doing this evening is just little snippets. You can book yourself in for a more detailed reading with me. I'll just pop it up here, thepsychicpinup.com.au. I think that's right. The Psychic Pinup. I think I've read that right. I'll put that in right. So there should be a link there. You can go and see my availabilities. Hopefully next year I will have an assistant that can be doing my admin for me. It's I just know that next year is going to be very, very busy. Actually, that did not work there. I think I put www.thepsychicpinup. There we go. .com.au. I'm a little bit blind too. Now, remember my show, Port Kembla, 27th of February. Tickets are on sale. My workshop in Port Kembla, Sunday the 18th of January, that one. Tickets are on sale for that. Keep an eye out. just about finalised my mentoring programs that should be up hopefully by the end of the week, and also my weekly Zoom classes that I will be kicking off early next year as well. Kiwi cousins, just keep an eye out as well. I'm in the process of doing the ticketings for the show once I'm over there as well. But anyway, guys, thank you for joining me this evening. If I did not get to you, please, in any way, it is not personal. There's many of you watching on different channels, and I try to get through as many of you as I can. I will be back again next Tuesday. Next Tuesday will be my final show for 2025, and then I will be picking up the shows again from end of January, I think 2026. But anyway, guys, have a good one and be good. See ya.